Yo, how you doing, everyone? Attilio April back in the Adrenaline House today. I'm joined here by my broadcast partner this week,
Tag Team Champion, the cult classic Prince Saganon. And it's a big episode, Attilio. What's with the glasses? We don't have enough to work with already? This is a big episode. Speaking of big, my big friend Pete Nixon is back on Adrenaline TV this week.
So Pete's out of jail now?
Pete's out of jail.
Pete's
a free man.
Well,
never mind how.
Okay,
free.
Well, you know, aside from his friend Pete Nixon coming out tonight, two of my good friends, Kenny Bangle and Bulldog Pittman, the Silk City Kings, are in action against Love is Pain.
Again with these Silk City Kings. You know, they couldn't get the job done against the tag champs. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, we'll see how it goes in a couple of weeks. But with that being said, let's get right to the ring.
ECPW Adrenaline. 6 years. 6 long years! I've been behind bars most of my life, but the last 6 years, in confinement, until tonight. These chains are only holding me for so long! Once that bell rings, all bets are off. Whoever they decide to put across from me is going to know 2 things. You're getting the best version ever of Pete Nixon, and you're getting the beating of your life. Now, there's some great wrestlers in this locker room right now. Faces I've never seen, but faces I can't wait to beat in.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the big inmate himself. Although I do have to say that he is definitely not as fine as he was as the last time we saw him.
But they still got to use the leg shackles. He's that big. Standard wrist cuffs will not work on Pete Nixon.
You know, Pete Nixon himself is a veteran of ECPW. He's been around a long time, probably longer than you.
Yes, longer than me. Part of one of the most decorated tag teams in the history of ECPW. The repeat offenders, Pete Nixon and Crazy Ivan. For my money, the greatest tag team ECPW has ever known.
And ladies and gentlemen, the beef jerky slinger himself, Beef, a good friend of mine from the Hudson Valley, a relative, or actually very newcomer to ECPW. What's your impression of him?
He's a happy little loaf, isn't he? He's a smiling, beefy boy. He looks like a young Davey O'Hannon, wrestling legend, with that curly hair. But he's going to be tested tonight against Pete Nixon, the veteran and the rookie. Oh, somebody didn't like the beef stick.
Oh, I mean, somebody else just picked it up and it's theirs now.
You eat beef off the floor, Big A?
Beef off the floor, I guess.
Well, that guy's going to eat beef off the floor. Look at this guy, look.
Well, it's certainly been some time since Pete's been in the ring, so I think there may be a little ring rust he may need to shake off, and in that, I think is Beef's best opportunity before Pete gets his groove back.
I'll have to agree with that. You know, Beef has been grinding from what I've been told at the ECPW school. That's a good way to make friends in the joint, from what I've been told. I wouldn't know.
Oh, well, it looks like Pete wants nothing to do with Beef's beef stick.
By the way, where's catering for the announcers? We need some beef sticks up here.
Yeah, you know, I could go for a couple myself.
Oh, well, we were going to see 2 big bulls locking horns.
Now, this kind of contest, normally out of the opponents that Beef has had, he's been the bigger of the 2 opponents. But this time, he's going to need to rely on his speed against Pete Nixon.
I mean, Pete Nixon's always the bigger of his opponents. Not since maybe the heyday of King Kong Bundy has there been a bigger man in ECPW than Pete Nixon.
Well, Beef has been trying to lock up that arm of Pete Nixon, but he just manages to evade every time. Part of that veteran experience of Pete.
Oh, look,
right
he just
into
snatched
a
that headlock. And you hit the nail on the head, right? Just like Big Man Evader. He's evading that headlock. Very smart. Great big man. Legendary wrestler.
I think that little palm to the forehead rocked Beef a little bit more than we thought. Ooh, solid knee right to the midsection.
To the Beef.
Oh, big headbutt. Have you ever been hit with a head like that?
I have, yes. Oh, wow.
Oh, all that weight right on the chest and throat.
400 plus pounds crushing the beef pipe.
Now, what would you think about an encounter between Pete Nixon and Big Bad Blake?
Wow. Better reinforce the ring for that one. But I don't know, Blake's got that doctor, and the doctor's a very smart guy. He knows not to pick fights with the likes of Pete Nixon. Unlike Beef here, who may be a couple of T-bones short of a prime rib, if that makes any sense, which why would it?
Well, here we have now Pete just working and wearing down Beef, stomping the chest, stomping the throat, choking the life out of him. You know, he's trying to take the slab of beef to the slaughterhouse.
Well, Pete's having fun. It's been a while for Pete since he's been in the ring here in ECPW. So I think he's just enjoying himself, inflicting this punishment on a young kid who really doesn't know any better.
You know, Beef is a young, hungry, you know,
I'm sure he is.
Unintended.
He didn't get that way by being shy.
Again, Pete just choking him out in the corner, trying to tenderize him the best he can.
Oh. The crowd is behind the Beef, though. Beefster. Beefster? Beef. Oof.
Now, Beef likes to call his fans the Beefaronis.
The Beefaronis?
The Beefaronis.
Shouldn't we just call them the cattle? I don't know how beef works.
I'm just hoping that a certain chef a la Boyardee doesn't sue.
You should be glad Gino's not here. You're being a little judgmental toward the Italians. Oof! Elbows to the midsection.
Beef fighting his way out of Pete Nixon's grip. Oh, by the hair!
Oh no!
Oh, big headbutt. That could be over.
Whenever you see Pete Nixon running, it's never good.
Oh, Pete pulling him up. He could have had it there, but he just wants to inflict more punishment.
Like I said, Big A, he's just enjoying himself. He's enjoying the punishment.
You know, that's one of the problems with having very prominent weight. Here he goes. Oh, a big body slam. Oh!
Wow. You know, Beef's not used to being body slammed. He's not used to being manhandled like this.
That was a sharp knee right to the mid-back after that body slam.
The defiance of Pete Nixon, counting right back at the referee.
Pete Nixon certainly knows how to play dirty, fight dirty, and bend the rules. He's been breaking them his whole life, and he's utilizing those 5 counts to their fullest.
Again, a former multi-time ECPW Tag Team Champion, and I'm the current Tag Team Champion, by the way. But
yes, you've said.
Still, the repeat offenders, the most decorated Tag Team Champions ever in ECPW so far.
I would say that Frankie and Junior were probably the most decorated.
I'm not here to debate you.
Listen. I will admit that you and Tristan Law are the most accessorized tag team champions.
He was 1 year as champions last week, by the way.
Well, congratulations on your year reign. Regardless how you've been maintaining those titles, a year is still impressive.
Oof. Big elbow right to the bush. Right to that beef tongue, knocking it out of place.
Now, if you were in Beef's position, what would you do to try and keep the big man down?
If I were in Beef's position, I'd run. See, just like that. You heard me.
Oh, his 400 200-plus pounds driven, himself chest bust. Oh, big back elbow. Beef's finally starting to mount a comeback. He's hitting him with everything he's got. I think he might have just blown out his shoulder on that. Oh, is he going to...
He was going to go for the belly to belly to belly to belly suplex.
How many bellies are in there?
I believe Beef has 4 stomachs and means Pete has 6, 8. I don't know. I'm not a marine biologist. I'm a tag team champion, Attilio.
Ooh. Oh! Wow. Sent him right down to the mat.
Oh, I thought that was going to be it.
Just managed to pop his shoulder out.
Wow. Pete Nixon has missed his time in the ring, and he's taking it out on Beef. Oh, some shots, some hooves, if you will. Oh. But the big man has not gone down. Well, the bigger man, I should say. Well, now he's gone down. Wow.
Wrestling fans, the winner of this contest, the repeat offender, Pete Nixon.
Oh, things are fixing to get otherworldly.
Now this is a rematch of an unaired match previously on Adrenaline. A total breakdown between a contest between the Dark Oracle Sage and the Reinforcer Andrew Anderson.
Wow. What a matchup the last one was.
You know, the referee who reffed that match refused to step in the ring with these two competitors, and we had to find a brand new ref.
There he is, the Reinforcer, the franchise of ECPW.
Former multiple-time ECPW heavyweight champion.
Oh! And that's smart. Oh. That's smart on Sage's part. You don't want to give Anderson an inch. Anderson's a crafty ring veteran, and he hangs out with even craftier ring veterans like Kevin Sullivan and Greg Valentine and all these other guys. He learns every trick in the book.
Some people speculate that Andrew Anderson is Greg Valentine's son.
I'm just speculating that this is going to be one heck of a match. Big rights and lefts.
We're just watching two titans trying to slay each other right now. We have Zeus against Hades. It's like in the ring right now.
Two big kaijus. Oh, wow.
So which one's Kong and which one's Zilla?
Well, I would say Anderson is King Kong, most definitely. Ooh. Wow, knocking the souls out of Sage. Whatever souls. Goes for the eyes.
After a monstrous right.
And see, this referee is scared too. This referee's terrified to make a call when Sage takes out the eyes.
Well, that's why we try to find the referees young and dumb.
I'll said it before, I'll say it again. ECPW needs to stop getting the referees off of Craigslist.
Kick out at 1 by Andrew Anderson. Now, I really don't know what to expect from this match. These are both seasoned veterans of the business. They've accomplished, just about any goal that you can get in the wrestling business.
Well, Sage has completed a lot of goals in other realms, in other worlds. But Anderson is ECPW. I hate to admit it, but I'll give the Buffalo credit where credit is due. He is the franchise of ECPW. He's a multiple-time heavyweight champion, television champion, tag team champion. Was he ever the light heavyweight champion? I don't think so. But he's got enough other accolades where that's all that matters.
Now, Prince, based on your own experience from being in the ring with Andrew Anderson, what do you do if you're Sage if you want to put him down for good?
If you want to put Drew down, tell him that his movies were terrible. Tell him that nobody saw him in Gotham. That gets him mad. But that gets him mad and that gets him violent. You don't want that either. So you know what? I'm at a loss. How many wins do I have against Andrew Anderson? Not too many.
Oh, big splash in the corner. So far, Sage has been the dominant force in this contest. Big neck breaker.
You know, I think you've been safe from Andrew Anderson because he thinks you're Joey Image. That's a reference to about 3 people that are watching right now, but they'll love it. Oh, what's going to happen now?
Ladies and gentlemen, Sage here setting up something big.
Oh!
And a short leg
Departed People's leg drop. There you go.
And a kick out at 2. You know, you're really going to need to put a lot more weight on Andrew Anderson if you're going to want to pin him.
You're going to what?
You're going to want to put a lot more weight on Andrew Anderson if you're going to pin him.
He's the one that said it, Drew, not me. I keep telling you. Joey Image, Attilio over here is the one that said it.
Andrew Anderson firing back with these heavy right hands.
Oh, wow!
Big clothesline sends Sage down.
Big beefy elbow. Oh no, now he's mad. I've seen that look too many times. Big back body drop. Oh, and you don't want to give Anderson a chance to catch his breath. He's dangerous. Now that he's on his feet, now that he's vertical, now that he's mad, I wouldn't want to be Sage. I wouldn't want to be Sage anyway, but I really wouldn't want to be Sage right now. Right.
Oh, here he goes! Big Samoan drop!
Big Samoan drop. That's got to be it.
Wrestling fans, the winner of this contest, the Purple Age, Andrew Anderson.
And what a win by Andrew Anderson.
He reinforces his reputation here in ECPW.
Oh, Daddy, what a wonderful day here in Nirvana. And I hope you all at TV Land have your mama. Tonight, Love is Pain, Daddy, go against the Silk City Kings once again.
Underground. But don't worry about that. Big mad. The boys are big mad. I ended up hitting one of them with a belt. It was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. Lake Patcong, that was an accident. Tonight we're going to straighten that out. Talk to him.
See, Daddy, they're so upset that we cost them their ECPW tag team title match and whole PatCon that they want some revenge. But tonight, you're not going to get it, Daddy, because before you get your rematch for the tag titles, tonight, Love is Pain is going to derail that train and make you all feel the love.
Fastest rising tag teams in ECPW since Prince Aganat and Tristan Law. Love is Pain.
So don't you feel like then that these two threaten your tag team title reign?
Well, who else is there? We've beaten them all, Big Egg. We've beaten them all. We've beaten the Silk City Kings like what, 3 or 4 times by now? They're not walking around with tag team titles, are they?
To my recollection, you ran away from those encounters.
You're focusing on the wrong part of my question. Are they walking around with the tag team titles right now? Yes or no will suffice. Yes or no will suffice. But don't distract me. This is a great team here. It's not a team that I would have picked.
Love is Pain has to bless ugly New Jersey with our beauty. You're dealing with an angel from above. Tonight, we take out the Silk City Kings and you ugly New Jersey citizens will feel the love. And you know, it's time to tell these three boys, come get yourself a three boy. You know when you do something right here,
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans alike, you hear how electric the crowd is for all day Kenny Bangle and Bulldog Pittman, the Silk City Kings. Another two competitors who are quickly rising to the tag team ranks.
Yes, Attilio, they had their chances. They had so many chances at these tag team titles held by Tristan and myself, but they didn't walk away with the titles. Never mind. A big...
Well, we hear that clearly 100% of the crowd is behind the Silk City Kings, and Captain Emmett Payne just asserting the dominance and strength there against Bulldog Pittman.
You know what the strategy is in a match like this, Big A? Exploit the referee! I mean, the ECPW Championship Committee, they found some kid at the CVS up the street and said, hey, you fit the referee shirt. You want to referee a tag team title match? Now, this kid doesn't know about legal men, tags, things like that. Exploit him!
Look at the athleticism of Bulldog Pittman. Jumping clear over the head of Captain Emmett Payne, and a big splash, and he's going to fall in a... Oh! You know, here's one here's one of the interesting things between Emmett Payne and Bulldog Pittman. These two competitors spent the better part of 2020 wrestling against each other.
I spent the better part of 2020 at home. Stay at home order, Attilio.
You know, they know each other so well and can counter each other shot for shot. In fact, the last time that they squared off against each other was Christmas Chaos 2021.
Well, I've gone shot for shot with Kenny Bangle, and you don't want to go shot for shot with Bangle. You'll wind up flat on your back.
I mean, it certainly looks like he can hold his liquor better than us.
I wasn't talking about liquor, but okay. Sending the big man off, weaving through.
Oof! Oh, a monstrous forearm shot right to the jaw. Love Jones getting tagged in. Oh! Big hip toss! And the second one.
See, you forget, Captain Payne is still pretty new here to ECPW and new to wrestling. You don't want to bring your partner, you don't want to tag out without bringing your guy over to your partner. That was the mistake right there. Yes, he put him down. Yes, he laid him out with that big forearm. Then he made the tag. No, you got to bring him over. See, like that.
You know, and again, that's one of the important things in tag matches. You need to cut the ring in half and keep your opponent on your side of the ring. Oh, a big tandem takedown.
I've said a lot of things about how those guys couldn't get the job done and couldn't walk away with the tag team titles, but that was a pretty cool move. I have to give them that.
You know, I've loved watching these two grow more and more as a team. Their unison and synergy is incredible.
Good teamwork right there. Captain literally pushed his partner out of harm's way.
Now, let's not forget, between Love Jones and Kenny Bangle, there was a point in time where Love Jones almost beat Kenny Bangle for the heavyweight title.
I know, I couldn't believe it either. Ooh, wow, right in the bread basket. Oh, right in the top shelf bread basket.
Wow! Spine buster. Kenny Bangle shoving Captain Emmett Payne off of his partner.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. He brings him over. They continue to beat down. Side slam position.
Big sidewalk slam. Love Jones positioning.
Being very particular. You can't be that precious. Oh, a second rope moonsault.
A beautiful moonsault there by Love Jones.
See, exploit the ref. That ref was right in the way of Kenny Bangle. If Bangle were a half a second slower, Love Payne would be the #1 contender.
Kenny Bangle again managed to come in for the save.
Well, that referee had to count Pittman's hips down to the mat for the count of 2.
Bulldog Pittman fighting his way out. Now, this is a contest that we have yet to see a proper singles match of Love Jones and Bulldog Pittman. Oh! A huge big boot whiplashes the head. Wait,
Captain's just got something in his eye. You have to wipe it out of his eye.
What's Captain Payne doing? Oh! He pulls Kenny Bangle right off. I don't know how Kenny Bangle didn't see him.
Bangle, the more seasoned of the two, should have seen it coming. But Captain, ooh, right in the back. Set him up for the camel clutch, Love. Come on, make him humble.
Huge stomp right to the sternum. And a kick out again.
Come on, Love, you gotta win this. Take that #1 contendership away from them. No Patterson street fight if they win. We'll have a nice Patterson tea party.
I like tea.
You're not invited.
Boom. Big clothesline there. Well, it looks like there's a good chance of you getting your wish, and you might be going up against Love is Pain.
We might. But I still like our chances.
Bulldog Pittman is out. Wait, he's. What is that? He managed to evade.
You can't afford a miscommunication like that in the ring with Bulldog Pittman or Kenny Bangle.
Love Jones just put down his own partner by mistake.
Oh, mere fingers away. Lights out.
Kenny Bangle coming in like a house of fire. He is angry after that assault from Emmett Payne.
Oh, the former heavyweight champion going to work on both. Captain
It's a symphony of splashes.
Oh, there's your rhythm section.
What an incredible maneuver.
Kick.
Are we going to see the axe kick?
Off with his head.
This has to be over. No. Emmett Payne managing to come in for the save.
No, Bangle is asking the wrong questions. Here it comes. They're going for it again.
Oh, there's the pounce for the save. A flapjack and a cutter, taking the big man down.
Patterson death drop.
Whoa! What an incredible display of teamwork.
That's a dark blue thunder bomb.
Well, it looks like your worst nightmare came true.
Slow down.
I'm not